Do you like chocolate chip cookie dough? Do you like brownies? If the answer is yes to both of these questions, then this is a recipe that you will love to try. Today I will be showing you how to make chocolate chip cookie dough brownies. And for those of you who are worried about salmonella, worry no more because it is eggless. So let's get started. It takes about 30 minutes to prep and about 30 minutes to bake. For the tools needed, we will need our mixing bowls or a stand mixer, a 9 by 13 inch pan, and then we also need spatula and all the measuring cups needed to properly measure our ingredients. Now we'll be making two separate recipes, one for the brownies and one for the eggless cookie dough. For the brownies, we're going to need 3/4 of a cup of butter melted, 2 1/4 of a cup of white sugar, 3 eggs, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 3/4 of a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips, 1/3 of a cup of all-purpose flour, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. For the eggless cookie dough, we're going to need 1 cup of softened butter. This is unsalted. And then we're also going to need 1 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. We're going to need 2/3 of a cup of brown sugar, 1/4 of a cup of water. You could use milk if you like, just make sure you refrigerate them. And then we need 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour. Then we'll need 1/4 of a cup of kosher salt and 1 1/2 cup of mini semi-sweet chocolate chip cookies. Now that we have reviewed all the tools and ingredients necessary to make our chocolate chip cookie brownies, let's get started on the steps in making them. For the brownie layer, which we're going to start with because it takes time to bake them, we're going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Butter and flour, or just use cooking spray to oil or grease the pan. Then we're going to put the butter. We're going to put our sugar and our eggs and our vanilla into the bowl, and we're going to mix that all up. And then we're going to add in the cocoa powder and the chocolate chips, and then we're going to combine that a little bit more. And then because this is very thick mix and hard to mix, and also we don't want to over mix it, we'll put our flour in last. Alright, so we're going to combine that all, and then we're going to put it into our pan, and then we're going to bake that for about 25 to 28 minutes. Then we can remove it and let it cool down. Alright, and for our cookie dough layer, we're going to start with our bowl, and then we're going to put in the butter. Again, we need butter from over here, and then we're also going to put in our sugar. So our white sugar, then our brown sugar, and then we're going to mix that up until it's noticeably lighter in color and kind of a fluffy consistency. Then we're going to add in our water, and then we're also going to add in our vanilla. So then we're going to mix that for a couple more seconds, and then lastly we're going to add in our flour, and then we're also going to put in our chocolate chips. And we're going to mix that all together until it's nice and mixed, and then at the end we're going to put the cookie dough onto the brownie layer, and I'll press that lightly just so it sticks and not to break the brownies. Alright, once we have followed these steps, our cookie dough brownies should look like this. We have gone over the tools and ingredients needed and all the steps necessary to make our cookie dough brownies. If you would like, you could stick them in the fridge and let them chill and cool down. I like to eat them better this way personally, but it's totally up to you. If you'd like to spice up the recipe a bit, you can always substitute with baking chips for different flavors. Totally up to you. Just be creative. Now, sit down with one of these cookie dough brownies and let the heavenly bliss wash over you as you eat it. Enjoy.